He was the voice of the block, until the block got sold. Hip-hop was born in places America forgot. Not in shiny studios or boardrooms, but in the heart of neglected communities. Broken buildings, boarded-up schools, abandoned parks. There was no heat, no future, no chance. Just the raw pulse of rhythm, the burning desire for survival, and an urgent story waiting to be told. It wasn't supposed to be commercial. It wasn't meant to be mainstream, safe, or easily digestible. What began as a signal flare from the bottom, a coded message from the streets, a genuine cry for justice, was systematically twisted. It morphed into a product, then a weapon, and maybe, just maybe, an insidious trap. This is the untold story of how hip-hop was hijacked, its revolutionary spirit co-opted, and its powerful voice turned into the very soundtrack of self-destruction. The year is 1973. The Bronx is burning, quite literally. Decades of deliberate neglect, white flight, predatory slumlords, and crippling police indifference left neighborhoods in ruins. Yet, from this very rubble, a spark ignited. On August 11th, at a humble party, DJ Kool Herc plugged 2 turntables into a beat-up sound system, isolating and looping instrumental breakbeats. In that singular moment, hip-hop was born. It spread like wildfire, a cultural revolution that couldn't be contained. MCs didn't just rap. They became griots, telling unflinching stories the news outlets refused to acknowledge. Graffiti artists marked territory, giving voice to the voiceless. B-boys reclaimed street corners, transforming concrete into stages for athletic, defiant expression. This wasn't just music. It was a profound act of resistance. As Chuck D famously declared, hip-hop was the CNN of the streets, a direct broadcast from communities under siege. When crack flooded the blocks and cops kicked in doors during the Reagan era, hip-hop spoke truth to power, exposing harsh realities. It gave agency and a powerful voice to people no one listened to. But the louder that voice became, the more the system noticed. By the early 1990s, the major record labels, with their deep pockets and even deeper agendas, finally moved in. At first, they seemed to embrace the culture, signing undeniable visionaries like Nas, the Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, and Wu-Tang Clan. But this wasn't their end goal. It was the bait. They quickly showed their true colors. Public Enemy? Too political. KRS-One? Too consciously righteous. Dead Prez? Far too threateningly real. They didn't want to amplify resistance or foster liberation. They wanted control. They wanted to monetize destruction. This is where gangsta rap entered as their prime vehicle. While groups like NWA initially ripped the lid off the grim realities of street life, the labels took the raw truth and packaged it. They didn't just promote violence, they manufactured it. They didn't just acknowledge drug dealing, they glorified it. Their hidden manual for success became clear. Promote violence, push drugs, kill the hope. By the late 1990s, the evidence was undeniable. Incarceration rates in America skyrocketed, particularly for young black men, mirroring the rise of increasingly violent and nihilistic rap music. The message, once about fighting the system, had subtly, insidiously shifted to die trying. The call to love your people morphed into kill your brother. And the labels? They didn't just allow it, they rewarded it. The more destructive the lyrics, the more explicit the violence, the bigger the record deal, the fatter the check. This wasn't just a byproduct of capitalism, it was a sophisticated form of psychological warfare, cleverly disguised as entertainment. Now it's 2025. The gatekeepers have evolved. You don't need A and R's or traditional record labels dictating taste. You've got AI. Algorithms now decide what you hear, what you see, and ultimately, what you think. Violence? Instantly boosted, amplified, and made to go viral. Enlightenment? Buried deep, shadow banned into oblivion. Try to inspire someone, uplift your community? Your content gets ghosted. Try to corrupt, degrade, or incite chaos. You get a record deal, or at least algorithmic priority. TikTok mutes you. Instagram shadows you. Spotify shelves you deep under similar artists. Today's artist doesn't wear physical chains. They're born into digital servitude. The masters now aren't people. They are lines of code, vast datasets, and restrictive terms of service. You don't need a physical jail cell when you have an algorithm specifically designed to reward obedience and ruthlessly punish resistance. We've gone from fearless prophets wielding microphones to desperate influencers begging for brand deals and viral trends. And the few still speaking truth, still fighting the good fight, they're either forced into fierce independence or they remain almost entirely invisible. Hip-hop used to bravely fight the system. Now, in many ways, it actively runs PR for it. But the tide is turning. A new wave of independent voices is rising. Authentic artists bypassing the old structures. Audiences are waking up, starting to question what they're truly consuming. And the old labels, they're slowly but surely losing their iron grip. The industry hijacked the music, that much is clear. But they never truly killed the movement, the spirit of resistance that birthed it. In the very next video, we're going to name names. We'll expose the executives, the shareholders, the powerful puppeteers behind the playlists. And we'll reveal how AI, the very tool they built to control us, might just become the ultimate weapon that sets us all free. But for now, ask yourself, who truly profits from your pain? And what happens when you finally stop dancing to their tune? Subscribe to PostKid for raw, unfiltered breakdowns of hip-hop, power, and propaganda. Drop a comment below if you've ever felt like the system was never built for you. Because it wasn't.